If you're watching this, that means you're still alive. That means I can thank you. My name's Samantha Brown. I'm 16 years old from California. I'm an ex-suicidal. I tried committing suicide when I was at my lowest and I felt like I couldn't go any further. I felt like everyone had abandoned me, that I had nobody left to turn to. My life was just falling deeper and deeper into a pit, and I just couldn't climb back out. I was being bullied, harassed, made fun of. I was scared to go to school. I started ditching school. I started failing classes. My own family would say things to me that hurt me. My own family would just... It got so bad that I wanted to hurt myself. And I started cutting. Because in the back of my head, it felt like my heart that was breaking, that if I could feel the tingle of a razor slicing through my skin, that it would pull away from the pain in my heart. But I realize now that no matter how bad it was for me, self-harming and suicide would never be the answer. You may not be able to see, I have scars of my arm all here, on both of my thighs, where I used to harm myself. And I look back, and I remember that whenever anyone would see those scars, anyone would see the cuts, whenever I wasn't wearing long sleeve or pants, or a bunch of bracelets to cover it all up, if anyone were to see, I was automatically the attention whore. Think about it. People that self-harm, are they really attention whores for being in pain? For thinking that hurting themselves was the only way out because they felt worthless? Are they attention seekers because somebody else drove them to that state of mind where they thought that hurting themselves was the only solution and the only way to get through it? People who self-harm are not the attention seekers. The people who make them harm themselves are. It's what they want. But we just have to stop giving them what they want. You don't know how precious your life is. When it comes to cutting, it's always just one more. Just one more cut until you die. And once you're gone, you're gone. There is no coming back. There's no restarting. Life isn't a game. But everyone plays it like it is. That girl that you call fat, you don't know that she was raped. And that she's pregnant with somebody's child because of that. Person you call emo because they self-harm, you don't know that their parents get drunk every day and beat them when they come home. You don't understand people. And for whatever reason you have, to hurt them to the point that they'd either want to self-harm or take their own life, that's just beyond the lowest of the low. To all those who have harmed themselves, but are still alive, you are strong, and you can overcome even the hardest of obstacles. I know that it's hard, but in the end, always know that there's somebody out there, just like you. Somebody else who knows how you feel. Somebody who used to be afraid of everyone, who used to harm herself, who wanted to die because she saw no good left in the world, because society tore and tore at her heart, tore at her persistence, made her feel like she had nothing, made her feel worthless. Don't let that become you. You are stronger than that. If you feel worthless, know that you are worth something. If you were worthless, you wouldn't exist, but yet here you are. You're watching this video. You're alive. You're worth something. And even though life seems difficult and sometimes it gets worse, it's always going to get worse before it gets better, but I promise things do get better. I never used to think that anything would get better. I always thought that things would just get worse and worse. But they do get better. I promise. If you take your own life, imagine the domino effect that it will have. How many people will hurt because of you being gone? You may think that nobody cares. You may think that nobody notices you and nobody loves you. But when you're gone, everyone around you is affected. The people that bully you feel guilty and blame themselves for your death. Your parents will blame themselves for thinking that they didn't give you enough attention, that they weren't there to help you when you needed them. They would blame themselves because you wouldn't be able to go to them because you thought that they wouldn't understand. Your siblings would have to go on without you. Little siblings would never be able to know you. All they would remember is you were there and then you weren't. Your older siblings would blame themselves too, just like your parents, feeling like they weren't there when you needed them the most, like family should be. What would your friends think if you're gone? Your friends would hurt. What about your best friend? Or even just that one kid that you talk to once a day when you go to the library or something. Just one person. You made their day. You were their only friend. And you're gone. What are they going to do? They'll grow depressed and they'll start hurting themselves. Everything that you do, if you harm yourself, if you kill yourself, it creates a domino effect. Hurting yourself hurts others. They hurt themselves and they hurt others. Once a domino falls, they keep falling. Don't let that happen. You can pull yourself together. The world has become so tainted. Society so drawn up in their own vision of perfection that we've forgotten who we are. That we've forgotten that we are all the same in only a few ways, but the most important ways. We're all different, we're all unique, but we're all the same because we all have emotions. We're all human, none of us are perfect. But if you purposely hurt another human being, how would you feel if you had to go through what they went through? You don't know what their life is like. If you took a step in their shoes for one day, maybe you'd understand. But don't push someone so far that they want to put themselves in a hole in the ground. It's a cry for you to understand. You need to understand. Everyone needs to understand. I'm here. I'm still alive. And I'm proud of it. You're here. You're watching this video and you're still alive. And I'm proud of you. If you ever feel like you need somebody, always know that there will be somebody here. I'm here for you. A simple cry can be heard, and I won't let you down. If you feel suicidal or if you feel like self-harming, find a way to get a hold of me. I will put all of my stuff down here for you guys to get a hold of me when you need me. I love each and every one of you. And I will be here no matter what, day or night. I know how it feels to feel like you're alone and that nobody understands you. But you're not alone. And I understand. I'm here. I promise that things get better. Thank you for staying strong. I love you.